Chosen one, hear this clearly and without doubt. This moment is not an accident, not a coincidence, and not the result of random circumstances aligning in your favor. This moment was decided long before you became aware of it. Long before you understood what it meant to be chosen, heaven had already written your name into a divine plan. You did not wander into this message by chance. You are drawn here because something eternal is stirring within you, something that recognizes truth when it hears it. What you're stepping into now is not merely encouragement, it is confirmation. A holy visitation has been assigned to your life, and it was sealed before your struggles began, before your questions formed, before your faith was tested. Heaven does not improvise, and destiny does not guess. What feels sudden to you has been carefully orchestrated beyond time. This is the nature of divine decision. It unfolds precisely when the vessel is ready to recognize it. A holy visitation is not merely a moment of emotion or inspiration. It is a divine interruption, a sacred encounter where eternity touches time and alters the course of a life forever. And chosen one, this visitation has your name on it. You were not overlooked. You were not delayed by mistake. Everything you endured was part of the preparation for what is now being released. The heaviness you carried, the silence you endured, the unanswered prayers you whispered into the night were not signs of abandonment. They were evidence of selection. Heaven was preparing you quietly because what is holy does not always announce itself loudly at first. It waits for the right moment. And now that moment has arrived. The decision has been made, the decree has been spoken, and what was written is beginning to manifest. Chosen one, you are standing at the threshold of a holy visitation, and nothing can reverse what has already been decided. Your journey to this moment has not been easy, and that is not by accident. You walked through valleys where the light felt distant and the answers felt absent. You endured seasons of silence where prayers seemed to echo back unanswered, and waiting became heavier than the struggle itself. There were inner battles no one saw, nights when doubt whispered louder than hope, and moments when it would have been easier to let go than to keep believing. But you didn't let go. That persistence is not random. It is proof. Endurance is not merely surviving hardship. It is remaining aligned when everything urges you to quit. Many begin the journey, but few remain when the process becomes uncomfortable. This is why endurance qualifies you. A holy visitation requires a vessel that has been tested, not to break it, but to strengthen it. Those who fall away do so not because they are weak, but because they choose comfort over calling. You chose differently. You stayed when it hurt. You trusted when it didn't make sense. You believed when there was no visible evidence to support your faith. And that choice marked you. Heaven watches how a soul responds under pressure. It watches who remains faithful in obscurity, who keeps their heart open while walking through disappointment, who refuses to become bitter while waiting for breakthrough. You pass those tests quietly, often without realizing you were being evaluated. This is why the visitation is not being handed to you lightly. It is being released because you have already proven you can carry it. The weight of waiting refined you. The silence sharpened you. The resistance strengthened you. Others walked away because the cost felt too high, but you remained because something within you knew there was more ahead. That knowing was destiny calling you forward, and now the journey of endurance becomes the doorway to encounter. Chosen one, stay with this message until the very end, because what is unfolding here is not just information, it is alignment. Alignment is the moment when your awareness catches up with what heaven has already decided. Activation happens when faith and agreement meet. This is why participation matters. A holy visitation does not force itself upon an unwilling heart. It responds to readiness. When you declare alignment, you are not convincing heaven. You are positioning yourself. This is why symbolic action holds power. When you write your warmest wishes and the number 99, you are not performing a ritual. You are making a declaration. You are saying, I am open. I am ready. I am aligned. The number is not magic. Agreement is. Expression engages the spirit. Faith spoken releases authority. Heaven responds to posture, not performance. By staying present, by engaging intentionally, by responding with belief rather than skepticism, you step into spiritual agreement with what is being released. This is also why engagement matters. When you like, subscribe, and participate, you are not just supporting a channel, you are signaling expectancy. Expectancy is the environment where visitation thrives. Heaven honors those who show up fully, not halfway. This moment invites you to move from passive listening to active alignment. What you agree with has permission to manifest. What you declare has power to unfold. This is not about superstition. It is about spiritual law. Agreement creates access. Alignment creates movement. Activation begins when faith is expressed. So stay present. Stay open. Stay engaged. Because what is being stirred within you right now is not random. It is preparation. And as you declare readiness, heaven recognizes the signal. The holy visitation responds to hearts that are awake, willing, and aligned. A holy visitation does not arrive through noise, chaos, or spectacle. It does not demand attention with drama or overwhelm the senses with confusion. Instead, it comes with a stillness that carries weight, a quiet authority that settles deep within the spirit. You will recognize it not by what you see outwardly, but by what shifts inwardly. This is not an experience that logic can explain or reason can analyze. It is spiritual, not intellectual. When a holy visitation occurs, the atmosphere changes. The air feels different. Your inner world becomes aware that something eternal has drawn near. It awakens something that has been dormant, something that recognizes divine presence without needing proof. This is why it cannot be mistaken for imagination. Imagination fades. Visitation remains. Emotion fluctuates. Holy presence transforms. You may not hear an audible voice, but clarity will arrive. You may not see a visible sign, but peace will settle. You may not understand it fully, but you will know it deeply. This knowing does not come from thought. It comes from alignment. When heaven visits, it bypasses the mind and speaks directly to the spirit. You will feel anchored rather than excited, grounded rather than overwhelmed. The visitation carries certainty, not confusion. It brings awareness, not anxiety. And once it arrives, you will not question whether it was real, because its effects will follow you. Your perception will sharpen. Your discernment will deepen. Your inner resistance will quiet. This is the signature of holy presence. It does not shout to be noticed. It settles to be recognized. And once it settles, it leaves an imprint that cannot be undone. That is why this moment matters. That is why preparation matters. Because when the visitation arrives, it will not ask for explanation. It will simply be, and everything else will adjust accordingly. When a holy visitation takes place, it marks the end of one season and the undeniable beginning of another. There is no gradual transition, no slow fade from old to new. Something shifts decisively. You may still walk in familiar environments, but you will not walk as the same person. The old identity no longer fits. Old reactions feel foreign. Old limitations lose their authority. This is because a visitation does not add something to you. It redefines you. Your thinking changes first. You no longer approach life from fear or scarcity, but from alignment and assurance. Then your seeing changes. What once looked like obstacles now appear as positioning. What once felt like endings now reveal themselves as redirections. And finally, your believing changes. You stop questioning whether you are chosen and start moving as someone who knows they are. This transformation is irreversible because it is rooted in encounter, not effort. You cannot unsee what has been revealed. You cannot unknow what has been confirmed. Once heaven touches a life, reality reorganizes around that touch. You may still face challenges, but they will not define you. You may still experience resistance, but it will not stop you. The visitation becomes the dividing line between who you were and who you are becoming. After it, excuses fall away. Doubt loses its grip. Hesitation weakens. You move differently because you know differently. This is why the visitation cannot be treated lightly. It changes perspective permanently. It rewrites internal narratives. It replaces survival with purpose. And once this shift occurs, returning to the old version of yourself is no longer possible. The visitation seals the transformation. It establishes a new foundation. And from that foundation, everything else begins to align. The waiting season you endured was not punishment. It was preparation. Heaven was not withholding from you. It was strengthening you. Your heart was stretched so it could hold more. Your patience was tested so it could sustain weight. Your faith was refined so it could remain steady under pressure. A holy visitation requires maturity, not perfection. It requires depth, not performance. If it had arrived earlier, it might have overwhelmed you or been misunderstood. Timing is mercy. Readiness is wisdom. The vessel had to be formed before it could be filled. Every delay removed something that could not travel with you into the next season. Every closed door redirected you away from distractions. Every silent moment deepened your inner awareness. This is why the visitation is arriving now. You are no longer fragile in the same way. You are no longer easily shaken. You have learned to stand without constant reassurance. You have learned to trust without visible proof. These are not small things. They are signs of readiness. Heaven does not rush what is sacred. It prepares it carefully. The weight of visitation is real, and not every heart can carry it without breaking. You were shaped to hold it. The cracks you thought were flaws became openings for strength. The pressure you resented became reinforcement. Now the vessel is ready. Now the timing is right. The preparation phase has done its work. What once felt like delay now reveals itself as alignment. The arrival is not late. It is precise. And it comes because the vessel is finally capable of carrying what is about to be released. What has been decided in heaven cannot be undone on earth. Divine decisions are not subject to human interference, opposition, or delay. Once a decree is sealed, it carries authority that surpasses circumstance. No resistance can cancel it. No envy can reverse it. No obstacle can override it. This is the nature of divine authority. A holy visitation does not ask for permission. It does not negotiate with opposition. It arrives because it has been authorized. This is why elevation often comes without explanation. People may not understand how you moved forward so suddenly or why doors open for you unexpectedly. They may search for reasons, but the truth is simpler. Heaven decided. When the visitation manifests, it carries a seal that marks you visibly and invisibly. That seal cannot be forged or removed. It announces alignment. It signals backing. It establishes legitimacy. You do not have to defend what heaven has approved. You do not have to justify what eternity has authorized. The visitation itself becomes the evidence. It speaks louder than arguments and stronger than resistance. This authority does not make you arrogant. It makes you anchored. You move with quiet confidence, not because you are superior, but because you are supported. Opposition may still appear, but it will no longer intimidate you. Resistance may still exist, but it will no longer stop you. When a decree is sealed in heaven, earth must adjust. This is not force, it is order. Divine order realigns everything in its path. And once that order is established, nothing can displace it. The visitation confirms this truth. What was decided remains decided, and you are now walking under that seal. When the holy visitation manifests, it brings vindication without confrontation. Those who doubted you will witness the transformation without you saying a word. You will not need to argue, explain, or prove anything. The shift will speak for itself. There will be an authority about you that cannot be denied, a clarity in your presence that cannot be questioned, a glow that cannot be hidden. This is not pride, it is evidence. The visitation becomes the proof you never had to demand. What once seemed invisible becomes undeniable. People will notice the difference in how you speak, how you move, how you respond. They may not understand it, but they will recognize it. The need to be validated will disappear because you are validated internally. Heaven's confirmation replaces human approval. This is the power of divine vindication. It does not embarrass others, it establishes truth. Those who underestimated you will reconsider. Those who dismissed you will observe. Those who resisted you will fall silent. Not because you defeated them, but because the visitation redefined the narrative. You are no longer operating from the same level. The authority you carry does not come from position or title. It comes from encounter. That authority creates visible evidence.
Opportunities align. Favor in crisis.
Resistance weakens. The transformation is not hidden because it was not meant to be. A holy visitation produces fruit, and fruit cannot be denied. This is how heaven settles matters. Quietly, completely, permanently. The restlessness you have felt was not dissatisfaction. It was preparation. Holy agitation is the signal that something greater is approaching. When destiny begins to move, it disrupts comfort. It stirs the spirit. It creates an awareness that something is shifting beneath the surface. This restlessness was destiny clearing its path, removing stagnation, awakening anticipation. You may have felt out of place, unsettled, unable to fully settle into old patterns. That was not instability, it was alignment in progress. Eternity was drawing near, and your spirit recognized it before your mind could explain it. This is how visitation announces itself, through awareness rather than noise. There comes a moment when time feels suspended, when the ordinary feels thin, when something beyond the natural seems close. That moment is recognition. You will know it when it arrives, not because it overwhelms you, but because it resonates with you. Everything within you will say, "This is it." The stirring will settle into certainty. The agitation will transform into peace. The restlessness will give way to direction. This is the shift from preparation to encounter. Destiny signals are subtle but undeniable. They do not rush, they align. And when eternity steps into time, it does not ask to be noticed. It simply arrives. And when it does, everything you felt before will make sense. The stirring was not confusion. It was confirmation in advance. A holy visitation brings divine acceleration. What once took years begins to happen in months. What once felt stalled suddenly gains momentum. Lost time is redeemed, not by rushing, but by alignment. When heaven intervenes, it compresses timelines. Doors open effortlessly. Opportunities align without struggle. Connections form naturally. This acceleration is not chaotic. It is ordered. It does not overwhelm. It advances. Restoration follows acceleration. What was delayed is recovered. What was missed is returned. What was taken is replaced. Divine speed does not skip process. It completes it. You may look back and realize that what felt like lost seasons were actually being stored, waiting for the moment they could be released all at once. This is the beauty of visitation. It does not merely move you forward. It brings you up to where you were always meant to be. The frustration of slow progress dissolves as clarity replaces effort. You stop pushing and start aligning, and alignment produces movement. This is not luck. It is timing. Heaven releases acceleration when the foundation is strong enough to sustain it. You are now entering that phase. Things will begin to flow. Resistance will decrease. Momentum will increase. And you will recognize it as the effect of visitation, not coincidence. Divine acceleration confirms that the decision has moved from decree to manifestation. When a holy visitation occurs, dormant gifts awaken. Abilities you once doubted begin to surface with confidence. Talents you buried out of fear or discouragement rise with clarity and purpose. This activation does not feel forced. It feels natural, as though something long asleep has finally been called by name. Authority accompanies this awakening. You speak differently. You act decisively. You trust yourself without arrogance. Opposition, which once felt threatening, now reveals itself as confirmation. Resistance appears not to stop you, but to highlight what you carry. This is why the attacks were intense before now. What you were carrying had value. The visitation unlocks that value. It does not create gifts. It reveals them. Confidence emerges not because you suddenly became capable, but because you finally recognize what was always there. Empowerment follows recognition, and recognition follows encounter. The visitation gives you permission to operate fully. It removes hesitation. It replaces doubt with assurance. You no longer shrink. You no longer second guess. You step forward knowing that what you carry is supported. This empowerment is not for self-glory. It is for assignment. The gifts awaken because they are needed. The authority emerges because it is required. The visitation activates what heaven placed within you long ago. And once activated, those gifts cannot return to dormancy. A holy visitation creates separation, not isolation, but distinction. The line between who you were and who you are becoming becomes clear. Some people will naturally fall away, not out of rejection, but out of misalignment. This separation is not punishment. It is protection. You are being set apart for something extraordinary. Consecration is not about withdrawal. It is about focus. You begin to sense what no longer belongs in your life. Old habits lose appeal. Old environments feel restrictive. Old conversations feel shallow. This is because you are standing on holy ground. And holy ground requires awareness. You cannot carry sacred presence while entertaining distractions that drain it. This separation refines your environment so it can support your assignment. It does not make you superior, it makes you specific. Those meant to walk with you will adjust. Those who cannot will drift away. This is not loss. It is alignment. The visitation clarifies boundaries. It sharpens discernment. It teaches you to honor what you carry. And as you do, your life becomes a testimony of consecration, not religious restriction, but purposeful alignment. You are not being removed from the world. You are being positioned within it differently. A holy visitation never affects only one life. It reaches backward and forward simultaneously. When heaven visits you, it touches your lineage. Cycles that persisted for generations lose their authority. Patterns of struggle, lack, and limitation break at their root. You become the turning point, not because you are extraordinary by human standards, but because you are aligned with divine purpose. This visitation establishes legacy. The choices you make now ripple beyond you. Your breakthrough becomes a blueprint. Your healing becomes inheritance. Your alignment becomes covering. You are carrying something that will bless people you may never meet. This is why the battles were intense. The resistance was not just against your present, it was against your future impact. But the visitation overrides all of it. It resets the narrative. You are no longer repeating history. You are rewriting it. The blessing extends beyond your own life. It flows through your decisions, your words, your presence. You become a bridge between what was and what will be. This is legacy, and it begins with encounter. The holy visitation activates your voice. Silence breaks. Authority emerges. When you speak, clarity follows. When you move, influence expands. You enter spaces you once thought unreachable. Your presence shifts atmospheres without effort. This is not ambition, it is assignment. The frequency you carry draws attention naturally. Visibility increases not because you seek it, but because what you carry cannot remain hidden. Influence expands as alignment deepens. Territory grows as purpose clarifies. You begin to affect environments simply by being present. This influence is not loud. It is effective. It does not dominate. It transforms. The visitation positions you to lift others, not overshadow them. Your journey becomes evidence that divine timing works, and as your territory expands, so does your responsibility. The voice activated within you is meant to release freedom, clarity, and direction. This is influence rooted in service, and it flows directly from encounter. When a holy visitation occurs, alignment follows. Relationships recalibrate. Some strengthen, others dissolve. Finances shift from strain to structure. Health responds to peace. Purpose replaces confusion. What once felt scattered begins to form order. This is not coincidence. It is divine realignment. Heaven brings harmony where chaos once ruled. You begin to see patterns where there were none. Decisions become clearer. Distractions lose power. Alignment simplifies life. It removes unnecessary resistance. You no longer force outcomes. You cooperate with flow. This alignment does not make life perfect, but it makes it purposeful. Everything begins to work together rather than against you. And as alignment deepens, peace increases. You recognize this as the fruit of visitation. Order is restored. Balance is established. And direction becomes clear. The holy visitation is both gift and call. It blesses, but it also commissions. You are entrusted with influence, not for status, but for service. Heaven chooses willingness over perfection. You are chosen because you remained open, faithful, and responsive. Assignment follows encounter. You are now positioned to carry light into dark spaces, clarity into confusion, hope into heaviness. This responsibility does not burden you, it empowers you. You are equipped to carry it. The visitation confirms that. You are not sent empty-handed. You are sent backed, supported, and authorized. This commissioning marks a new phase. You are no longer preparing. You are stepping into purpose. And as you do, heaven walks with you. A holy visitation is permanent. It does not fade when emotions settle or circumstances shift. It remains. It sustains you through future storms. When challenges arise, you will draw strength from the encounter. Peace will anchor you. Wisdom will guide you. Confidence will remain steady. This presence becomes your foundation. You will not be shaken easily because you know you are supported. The visitation is not a moment you remember. It is a reality you live from. It carries you. It strengthens you. It reminds you who you are. This seal cannot be removed. It defines your path moving forward. After the visitation, you walk differently. Awareness increases. Reverence deepens. You no longer live as ordinary because you know you are not. A higher standard emerges, not from pressure, but from recognition. You honor what you carry. You protect your peace. You choose alignment intentionally. Daily awareness replaces unconscious living. You embody the visitation. Your life reflects it. Your choices express it. This identity is not forced. It is revealed. And as you walk in it, everything else adjusts. The authority released through visitation is liberating, not controlling. It frees others. It heals environments. It restores hope. Your voice carries life. Your presence brings calm. Your purpose becomes undeniable. This authority does not dominate. It serves. It does not elevate you above others. It lifts others with you. This is true authority, and it flows naturally from encounter. You do not strive for it. You walk in it, and it fulfills its purpose through you. Chosen one, the holy visitation is not the end. It is the beginning. Your life becomes a testimony. Heaven's decision stands final. You are chosen, marked, covered, and ready. What was written is unfolding. Walk forward with confidence. Destiny is no longer distant. It is active. The decision has been made, and now you are stepping into it.